What's up, everybody? I'm back, and I finally managed to get some time in with High Isle. That's right, I've been collecting those new companions, smashing delves and dungeons, and collecting all kinds of new loot. Just kidding. I've been playing Tales of Tribute nonstop. I don't know exactly what I was thinking in the lead up to High Isle's release, but I wasn't all that excited about the new card game. Despite the fact that back in the day I played plenty of Hearthstone, I've played plenty of other card games, I even designed my own card game. Speaking of which, we are working on getting a storefront up soon for anybody that missed the Kickstarter, and thank you to anyone and everyone out there who may have supported the crowdfunding campaign. You helped us raise over 600% of our funding goal, and I am super thankful to all of you. Anyway, I'm Cal, and I play plenty of card games. And Tales of Tribute is pretty fucking solid. But I had plenty of ground to make up since I took an ill-timed vacation and missed the first week of High Isle's launch. It also seems like the number one complaint around the community is that the game takes too long to complete. So I figured I'd share my strategy for blasting through those Novice NPCs as quickly as possible so you can get that daily quest out of the way and start leveling up your Tales skill. If you're having trouble with the mechanics of the game or defeating those Novice NPCs, this strategy should also help you notch a few wins as well, while you figure out the more advanced mechanics of the game. I'm pretty sure it's actually possible to win in 4 hands, but I haven't been able to catch that on camera just yet. Still, using the strategy cut my average game time in half. It was taking me about 12 minutes to beat Novice NPCs when I first started, and my average game is under 6 minutes now. So, let's jump into it. Alright, so what you guys are seeing is a replay of my quickest round yet. My strategy is pretty simple. Since the Novice NPCs don't seem to give a fuck about the patrons, I just try and flip all 4 as quickly as possible. And since I haven't unlocked any additional decks yet, we're just dealing with the 4 default patrons. You'll probably still want to pick up a few low value cards in the first couple hands of the game, just to make sure you'll have the coins and power on hand when the opportunity arises to flip one of the patrons. But you can pretty much completely disregard the NPC's moves as well as your prestige. So the first patron to talk about is the Duke of Crows, and this is probably the easiest patron to gain the favor of. If you have even a single coin left over during your turn, you can gain the Duke's favor. I will typically flip the Duke on my first or second turn, depending on which cards are revealed in the first couple hands. I should mention that this is one of the worst strategies when playing against an actual human, so you'll probably want to avoid flipping the Duke early game in those PvP matches. Next up is Grandmaster Deline Halalu. This is another easy flip, but I prefer to save it for a little bit later in the game, as it does require you to sacrifice one of your cards. That being said, if I have a card that can be sacrificed that I don't love, I'll go ahead and get rid of it right away. The third patron is St. Pellin, who can be slightly annoying, as you'll not only have to have an agent card in your discard to refresh, but you'll have to have 2 power to spend to do it. Sometimes the stars will align and you'll be able to purchase an agent card and refresh it all in one turn, but usually it takes a couple turns to pull off. Finally, there's the Sigic Lore Master, Solaris. This is probably going to be the most annoying patron to flip, as it requires your opponent to have an active agent card. And these Novice NPCs seem to hate playing agents. I will watch them buy the agent cards, and then use blue Sigic cards to move their agents over to the discard pile over and over again. And you won't see that agent card again until several rounds later. This doesn't seem to be a strategy on their part, as they'll still do it and allow you to win the game immediately, but they don't like to do it right away for some reason. If an NPC does give you the opportunity to flip this patron early, make sure to take advantage of it, because it will shave full minutes off the length of your game. So that's my method. Ignore most of the game mechanics, buy cards that allow you to cycle through your deck quickly, while ensuring you have enough coin and power to flip those patrons when the opportunity arises. I will say it's nice to have a way to speed up these tribute games for the daily quest. Which brings me to another quick tip I have for you all. Many of the tribute clubs are actually based out of the inns of Tamriel, which means that if you have all 9 inn rooms unlocked, you have a free quick travel right to the Tribute Club. So if you're a fan of Tales of Tribute and you haven't already collected all of the inn rooms, I would recommend picking them all up. And if you didn't know, you can actually claim all 9 for free without spending a single coin in-game. I'll link a video showing you how in the end screen. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you're all enjoying High Isle. I mean, Tales of Tribute as much as I am. And I'll see you all again real soon. I'm working on a sort of follow-up video to my High Isle preview that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. But in the meantime, if you'd like to unlock some of those free inn rooms, be sure to watch the video linked on screen next. Thanks for dropping by, I'll see you for the next one.